Some things are better left unsaid, but even more are best left unshared. For eons, the rise and fall of powerful individuals, kingdoms, and empires have often hinged on a single revealed secret. Secrets wield power, serving as both shields and swords, guarding us or leading to our undoing. But what if there are some secrets that are so vital, so essential, that they should never be revealed to just anyone? The ancient Stoics knew these secrets well, and they practiced a discipline of silence and discretion that protected them from harm and preserved their dignity. In this video, we will discuss 10 subjects that we recommend you keep secret as a Stoic and never reveal to anyone. All of them are crucial and interconnected, so stay tuned until the end of the video to find out why. The silent battles you're waging. Behind every face you encounter, there's a universe of stories, some sung aloud but most kept hushed. These silent narratives, woven from challenges and personal struggles, often hold immense power. Why? Because they mold us, shape our perspectives, and push us to our limits. But just as the toughest steel is forged in the hottest fire, so are we through these internal battles. Epictetus subtly reminds us that it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Nestled within these words is the echo of countless moments when we've battled with our thoughts, weighed down by burdens the world knows nothing about. Does this mean we should bottle everything up? No, but it's about discerning who to confide in and when. You see, everyone may hear, but not all listen, and fewer still understand. Choosing to reveal these battles is a prerogative, and one should tread carefully, sharing only with those who have earned the privilege of your trust. Today, there's an ever-present urge to live life out in the open, especially with the omnipresence of social media platforms. It feels like everyone's sharing everything, but there's immense strength in selective sharing. Let some battles remain yours and yours alone. They are a testament to your resilience, a personal medal of honor. And while it's human nature to seek solace in others, remember that not every ear is tuned to the depth of your song. Sometimes the music of your struggles is best appreciated in the silent sanctuaries of your own heart. After all, as the Stoics believed, real transformation often thrives in quietude. The whispers of self-doubt. Have you ever stood at the edge of a decision, only to be pulled back by the hushed voices of uncertainty? These soft whispers, am I good enough? What if I fail? Are the clandestine residents of the mind, nudging us away from our potential. While it's tempting to shout out these insecurities, hoping someone will refute them, a Stoic understands the gravity of keeping them sheltered, at least until they're fully acknowledged and addressed. Why? For it's not external events that trouble you, but your own judgments about them. This insight, borrowed from the ancient corridors of Stoicism, suggests that confronting our internal dialogues instead of amplifying them for the world can be a transformative experience. The world, especially in its current form, often has a way of magnifying our insecurities. You share a self-doubt, and suddenly there's a torrent of advice, much of it conflicting, adding to the cacophony of confusion. Instead, consider taking a different approach. Engage with these whispers in the silent arena of introspection. Let your understanding be the balm, not the opinions of countless others. Challenge these voices, converse with them, maybe even reason with them. Nowadays, where every emotion can quickly become a public spectacle, there's unmatched power in cherishing solitude, especially when taming the unruly voices of self-doubt. They need your undivided attention, not the world's. Isn't it wiser to first mend the leaks in a boat privately, rather than inviting an audience to watch it sink? Your future plans. Have you ever felt the weight of another's gaze on you, curious about your next move? There's something deeply empowering about holding on to your future plans with quiet dignity, rather than letting them become dinner table chatter. Your aspirations, dreams, and ambitions are yours to cherish. By not revealing every detail, you maintain an element of mystery and unpredictability. We live in an age where everyone's so eager to share, yet there's strength in keeping your cards close, letting actions speak louder than words. History offers countless examples of individuals who prematurely boasted about their plans, only to watch them crumble. Take Napoleon Bonaparte. His military genius was unparalleled, but his overconfidence, broadcasted plans, and underestimation of his opponents often became his Achilles heel. The Battle of Waterloo serves as a poignant reminder that revealing too much can lead to one's downfall. Similarly, business moguls like Howard Hughes were notorious for keeping their ventures close to their chest, ensuring competitors were always one step behind. It's a lesson in the power of unpredictability and the strategic advantage of discretion. Today, we're connected more than ever, with social platforms tempting us to announce every intention. But Stoicism reminds us that there's value in stepping back, in taking a more measured approach. By keeping your future plans secret, you not only protect your ambitions but also grant yourself the freedom to adapt and change without external pressure. As Seneca's wisdom seamlessly weaves through our thoughts, if a person doesn't know to which port they sail, no wind is favorable. It's a compelling reminder to set our course but share it only when necessary, and mostly with oneself. Holding your future close doesn't mean you're afraid or unsure. On the contrary, it signifies a powerful understanding of the world's dynamics. You're not withholding for the sake of secrecy. You're preserving the sanctity of your journey, ensuring that when the world witnesses your steps, they're steadfast, deliberate, and always one move ahead. The temptation of excessive comfort. It might seem counterintuitive, but there's an inherent wisdom in keeping our regular foray outside of comfort a secret. When you share every challenge, every venture outside your norm, the intent often shifts. Suddenly, you're seeking validation, applause for being so brave or bold. But the Stoic approach isn't about external validation. It's about internal growth. The next time you decide to wake up an hour earlier to read or choose to walk in the rain to feel alive, maybe keep it to yourself. It's not a show. It's a personal journey. Marcus whispered through time. Is it for the sake of appearances or genuine progress? Historical records talk of Alexander the Great and his unparalleled conquests. But even he, amidst the luxuries he could summon, would sleep on the ground and eat the same rations as his soldiers. He did this not for show, but to remind himself of the realities of life and not become lost in the haze of luxury and comfort. We might not be leading vast armies, but our battles are real, our challenges no less significant. In our rapidly changing world, where comfort is often a click away, remember that it's the wind, the rain, and the uphill paths that shape mountains. Similarly, our challenges, especially those we quietly embrace, shape us. It's okay to bask in comfort, but do take those secret strolls into the unfamiliar. It's there that we find the versions of ourselves we often forget exist. Your vulnerabilities and weaknesses. It's said that every hero has an Achilles heel, a vulnerable point that, despite their strength, can be their undoing. Humans, in their beautifully imperfect nature, are comprised of strengths and vulnerabilities. These vulnerabilities, the raw, tender parts of our psyche, deserve protection, not exposure. It's not about hiding or denying them, but about treating them with the reverence they merit. Man is affected not by events, but by the view he takes of them, murmured a voice reminiscent of Epictetus, suggesting it's not our vulnerabilities that define us, but our perspective of them. Embracing vulnerabilities is important. They're markers of past wounds, lessons learned, and even the fear of future battles. They're also deeply personal. Broadcasting them can make us susceptible to external judgments, which can sometimes skew our own understanding or acceptance of them. By privately acknowledging these points, we fortify ourselves, ensuring they're not exploited or misunderstood. It gives us a chance to work on them, to transform them from weak spots into areas of growth. Throughout history, many figures were acutely aware of their vulnerabilities but chose to keep them close, using them as motivators rather than deterrents. Abraham Lincoln, for instance, faced numerous failures and battled bouts of melancholy. Instead of publicizing these struggles, he internalized them, allowing them to shape his empathy and leadership. Conversely, Julius Caesar's vulnerability was his trust in close allies, culminating in his tragic end on the Ides of March. These historical episodes underscore the importance of recognizing our vulnerabilities, handling them with care, and ensuring they don't become our undoing. Oversharing is the norm these days. The pressure to bare one's soul, to put everything out in the open, can be overwhelming. Yet there's power in selective silence. Recognize your vulnerabilities, Cherish them, work on them, but don't feel obligated to lay them out for the world to dissect. It's okay to keep some pages of your book closed. After all, mysteries have their own allure, and strength sometimes lies in the chapters left unread. 6. Your personal grievances. They say carrying grudges is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to perish. It's a heavy weight on the shoulders, a constant murmur in the ear, and more often than not, a useless endeavor. However, choosing to process personal grievances internally as a Stoic promotes inner equilibrium and self-mastery. By not venting every irritation, you cultivate inner resilience, learning to tackle problems without scattering your energy outward. It's reminiscent of Epictetus, who mused, "It's not things that upset us, but our judgment about things. When you share every annoyance or frustration, you subtly seek validation for your feelings. Instead, hold back, introspect, and ask, is this grievance valid? Can I control it? Should it affect my state of mind?" Such introspection often leads to the realization that most grievances are transient, unworthy of energy. For those that are valid, addressing them directly, rather than just discussing them, can be more satisfying and productive. History offers a stark reminder of what happens when grievances are mishandled. Consider the tragic feud between Aaron Burr and Alexander Hamilton. Their mutual animosity culminated in a deadly duel, a result of years of personal and public grievances. Both men paid dearly, Hamilton with his life and Burr with his reputation. Their story underscores the danger of letting grievances dictate actions. In today's world, venting is often seen as therapeutic, but Stoicism advises the opposite. Address grievances internally, understand their roots, and act with wisdom, not impulsiveness. The next time you feel annoyance or anger, pause and reflect. Ask yourself if voicing it will bring any real change or just stir the pot. Sometimes silence is the most powerful response, and peace is the ultimate victory. 7. Your personal achievements and successes. There's a quiet satisfaction in achieving something, whether big or small. Yet the modern world often compels us to broadcast these moments. The Stoic path, however, urges us to embrace and cherish our accomplishments internally rather than seeking external validation. Why? Because validation from within is sustainable and genuine. Broadcasting achievements can dilute their significance, turning profound milestones into mere conversation topics. This isn't to diminish the joy of sharing successes with loved ones, but to call for discernment. Not every victory needs an audience. When we internalize and deeply appreciate our growth and accomplishments, we become self-reliant, drawing strength from within. This self-reliance shields us from the unpredictable ebbs and flows of external praise or criticism. History offers cautionary tales of boasting. Take the legend of Icarus. Elated by the thrill of flight, he soared too close to the sun, defying his father's cautions. His hubris became his undoing. The wax of his wings melted, and he plummeted to the sea. The story reminds us of the danger of pride and seeking recognition without thought for consequence. In today's hyperconnected era, pause before sharing achievements. Reflect on whether you're seeking validation or sharing joy with genuine intent. Sometimes, the most profound milestones are best cherished privately, allowing them to reinforce personal strength and humility. 8. The quiet desires of your heart. Have you ever stumbled upon a dream or desire that felt deeply personal? Perhaps it was something small, like learning an instrument, or something profound, like pursuing a new passion. These whispers of the heart often hold a special kind of magic, fragile yet powerful. It's natural to want to share these desires, thinking it will solidify them. But does it? More often, voicing them prematurely exposes them to judgment, diluting their purity. Not everyone will understand why you dream of playing the violin or growing a garden, and that's okay. As a silent Stoic once said, dreams whispered to the heart are for the soul, not the crowd. Even Socrates, one of history's greatest philosophers, kept his thoughts unwritten. What we know of him comes from his student Plato. This absence of direct writings adds mystery and depth to his legacy. Likewise, not every dream or desire needs to be shared. Let your dreams grow in silence, nurtured by your determination. When they are ready, they will withstand both applause and criticism. Until then, guard them. They are your secret strength and quiet hope. 9. Your personal progress. When a caterpillar cocoons, its transformation is hidden from the world. Imagine if it felt the need to announce every step. Would it ever fully evolve? Similarly, personal progress often flourishes in the quiet. Every stride you take toward growth, every new realization is a treasure. Yet not all treasures are meant for display. Sharing progress too soon can shift focus from self-improvement to external validation. Seneca's wisdom echoes this. As long as you live, keep learning how to live. He doesn't suggest sharing every lesson but living them. We live in an age where documenting life feels second nature. But pause before posting your next update. Reflect on whether it's for validation or genuine connection. Remember, your growth will speak for itself when the time is right. Sometimes, rowing silently toward transformation is more powerful than announcing every turn. 10. The gentle ebb and flow of your emotions. Life is painted with emotions. Joy, sorrow, anger, love. Today's world often encourages us to wear these emotions openly, sharing every high and low in real time. But there's immense power in holding some feelings close. Restraint isn't suppression. It's understanding that emotions are deeply personal and best processed privately. Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic emperor, captured his emotions in his private journal, not for public display but for self-reflection. Sharing emotions in haste can distort their meaning or invite unhelpful opinions. Instead, give them space. Let them settle and mature. Not every journey needs an audience. Some are best traveled alone. Thank you for joining us on this journey. Your support allows us to continue bringing enlightening content to every corner of the world. If there's a topic you'd like us to explore, share it in the comments. Let's keep the flame of knowledge burning bright together. See you next time.